Let's go back and hear one more clip, at least for now, from Greg Sankey, the SEC commissioner. I am especially interested in what he had to say about the role that the United States Congress will play in NIL.
Go back, Richard, to March, and I made a list in a meeting of matters present, a war in Ukraine, the economy, Build Back Better that was introduced and not moved, and the differences that exist in Congress. And we have a midterm election coming up, and things that have happened over recent weeks and months have just added to that. The reality was, when I had that conversation in March, I wasn't looking to necessarily this Congress to be the solution, just because of the timing. We've had conversations with leaders from both sides of the aisles, and we'll continue to do so, because regardless of what's happened recently or what happens with the election, we need a bipartisan solution for this national concept to move forward. And if we don't, then we're going to be left not simply creating conference rules. We're going to have to deal with state laws that vary in our region, and that was actually part of our conversation in Destin as well. But the focus will remain on a national solution, and Congress is the venue for that option.
And the good news is bipartisan resolutions come out all the time in Congress. I mean, every single day we find a new bipartisan resolution, and that should give us all the confidence in the world that those women and men
bipartisan. That was hilarious.
In our nation's capital are going to figure out how to handle NIL for college football.
If there's anything the last 6-7 years have taught me, it's that the people on both sides of the aisle, they can't wait to work together to find solutions.
So, channeling my inner Paul Gallo, here's what they are hoping for.
He's gonna sneak it in there.
Carry on.
Marijuana.
Maybe that would be the solution. If they
that might be the solution.
Well, they could peace pipe it up and then work on it
for a lot of things.
I was going to solve NIL, then I got high.
where you were channeling your inner Paul Gallo. Sorry.
Yes. They expect, this is the truth, they expect a red wave in the midterms. And I have a feeling he is saying this from a position of, I think the Republicans might actually help us with college football NIL. That's what I think he's saying. But either way, he and other people in high level in college sports need to stop talking about Congress saving us. He also, though, did say that if they can't, then he's going to try to get the soon-to-be 12 states in the SEC to do a law together. So if Congress won't do it, then we're going to try to make it where it's even.
Then we'll go to 12 state legislatures.
Then we'll go to 12 state legislatures who have SEC football.
That'll definitely work.
See, that's more likely.
Well,
but
you got a whole lot more in common in those 12 states.
That's true. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
But my gosh, I understand what he's saying. It is an election year. There's a war that we're involved with financially and all this stuff going on. But when is there not all this stuff going on?
But also, I mean, you're saying get 12 states to cooperate, and I don't know every state's congressional makeup, but I do know that we sometimes have a lot of infighting between the Senate and the House, even in the state of Mississippi.
Yeah.
Well, this is my bill proposal. Well, this is our bill proposal. Well, we're not going to give on that. Well, we're not going to give on this. And it's like, I don't know, everybody needs to get credit or what. But so we're going to try and pull 12 states together and get them all to.
Yeah. Long story short, stop asking politicians to fix college football because they won't do it.
You
stop
might be
asking them to fix anything.
True.
But Borky, you may be really onto something with that whole assumption that there is a pretty significant red wave next November, and that gets them to a point where they can actually get something done.
That's my guess, and I think that's a pretty good guess.